To make Shiba Inu go crazy, Kusama provides a detailed strategy. We've been waiting for this big bombshell for a long time. It's finally occurring now. The timing of revealing such a shocking revelation couldn't be more ideal. There is a lot of action going on behind the scenes. Additionally, it makes people look. Recently, a huge influx of new investors joined the Shiba army, and that's more than 300,000 people. The second wave of the bull run is ready to begin. But almost none of these folks have enough. What is the exact amount of Shiba Inu required? What is the brilliant revelation that Kusama recently made? Alright, let me clarify. Welcome to Dr. Crypto, your daily serving of Shiba. This is the spot for you if you're curious about anything related to Shiba. If you want to keep informed about all the latest news forecasts and stay ahead of the crypto industry, subscribe. To get more SHIB news, be sure to click the like button. Please note that by the time you see this video, some pricing may have changed. There is no financial advice in this material. The world of Shiba Inu has seen a significant development recently. The whales, or large investors, are panicking. The community wasn't oblivious to this spike in activity. The main proponent of Shiba Inu, Kusama, replied with a straightforward yet revealing tweet. Likely nothing. On the surface, it seems to be simply another informal remark. There is more to it, however, when you give it some serious thought. The phrase "probably nothing" used by Kusama is a classic example of downplaying a significant point. Without giving away too much, he seems to be teasing an intriguing behind-the-scenes event. This raises the question of if there is anything in the works that we are unaware of. A statement like that from the head of a huge cryptocurrency initiative like that sparks a lot of interest and conjecture. There is a strong sense in the community that something significant is about to happen. Now consider the community's feelings. The whole cryptocurrency world was on fire when this unexpected message appeared. Excitement is growing in every place, and when Kusama releases a teaser like this, it makes everyone go crazy. The time couldn't be more ideal. People are already enthusiastic about cryptocurrency's future. There is now a feeling of expectation that something significant for Shiba Inu may be imminent due to Kusama's enigmatic remarks. It's noteworthy that the cryptocurrency industry is now experiencing its second stage of growth. Smaller investors are returning to the market in greater numbers as the price rises. The data supports the idea that consumers are buying in again because of this FOMO sensation. Those with fewer than 100 million Shiba Inu have been acquiring more tokens, according to Into the Block. This is excellent news since the whales, or the major players with the biggest holdings, have been the center of attention for a long time. However, we're now seeing an increase in activity among the smaller holdings, which indicates that the market is doing well. Their participation is just as significant as the whales, as it demonstrates the genuine and broad interest in Shiba Inu. Moreover, it provides us with meaningful facts to discuss. Something concrete that demonstrates that the whales are no longer the only factors driving the market. This change is encouraging and gives the impression that things are much more lively and stable. A significant percentage of all Shiba Inu holders, over 300,000 wallets, possess between 10 million and 100 million Shiba Inu coins, according to the most recent statistics. When combined, these wallets hold a significant portion of the whole Shiba Inu population. These investors may realize significant profits if Shiba Inu keeps up its upward trajectory and they hang on to their tokens. One price objective under discussion is one that would return Shiba Inu's market value to a level it hasn't seen in more than 3 years. The coin's entire market value would reach almost $30 billion, a mark last seen in 2021 if Shiba Inu were to achieve this price. This suggests that the goal price is very attainable, particularly given that Shiba Inu has already reached this value. With this price hike, investors who own between 10 million and 100 million coins might see their investments more than double in value. The fact that Shiba Inu is still riding this bullish wave is encouraging for smaller investors who now see more room for their stakes to increase. So how is the Shiba Inu development team going to make this happen? How can they continue to drive Shiba Inu to these new pricing points? Kusama has, in fact, presented a sound strategy. Instead of just waiting for events to unfold, the Shiba Inu team has a plan in place. The excitement generated by Shiba Inu spurred the price increase. To maintain the momentum, however, the development team must take a significant step if Shiba Inu is to achieve another significant advancement. The currency can only be taken so far by speculation. For Shiba Inu to continue to gain popularity, there must be a significant event that piques people's interest even more. The dev team can help with it. Shiba Inu's blockchain solution, Shibarium, has always been at the center of their grand scheme. Shibarium was upgraded a while back, enabling anybody to build their own cryptocurrency project or coin on top of its network. Due to the fact that it allowed developers to start new projects while taking use of the Shibarium ecosystem, widespread adoption was anticipated. Shibarium usage was expected to soar, and Shiba Inu in general was expected to get even more attention. However, things haven't gone quite as planned. A major worry was recently raised when Kusama was tagged by one of the initiatives on Shibarium's official Twitter account. According to the project developers, the poor uptake of Shibarium coins by centralized exchanges was frustrating their community and many other supporters who trade meme currencies on Shibarium. In essence, consumers were losing interest in these tokens because they were not being listed on top exchanges, making it more difficult to purchase, sell, or trade them. This is an actual worry. Tokens from emerging blockchains, such as Shibarium, have limited development potential when they are not listed on major exchanges. Imagine, for instance, that you are a trader or investor looking to participate in one of these new initiatives. You are unlikely to invest in a token if it is difficult to trade on well-known exchanges. Without such liquidity and accessibility, the token will not be able to acquire the momentum it needs to expand. This kind of obstacle may hinder the network as a whole, making it more difficult for Shibarium to realize its full potential. In order for Shiba Inu's idea to succeed, the group must figure out how to get beyond this obstacle and ensure that its coins are accessible to a larger market via significant exchanges. It all changed lately, however. It seems that Kusama has a strategy to deal with each of these issues. When Shibarium token acceptance on centralized exchanges was criticized, Kusama initially used the occasion to protect himself against online detractors who were misrepresenting him. Then he clarified that widespread adoption is the true answer to the problem. Shibarium's low exchange attention issue will be resolved if it can reach a large audience. The more individuals who use and discuss Shibarium, the more traffic it brings in. Centralized exchanges need that in order to remain relevant and draw in new consumers. Kusama also mentioned how Layer 2 blockchain rivalry is intensifying. Since centralized exchanges have begun to develop their own sidechains, Shibarium must differentiate itself and demonstrate genuine interest. Exchanges are more inclined to list the Shiba Inu ecosystem's tokens when they see that users are actively participating. In order to generate that type of demand, Kusama outlined several crucial actions that Shiba Inu should do. The Shiba Inu community must prioritize forming solid alliances, identifying distinctive markets, and producing income for the foundation, he underlined. Before scaling up, the first stage is to establish a strong technological basis with an emphasis on creating the chain itself and encouraging acceptance, beginning with Web 2 platforms. Kusama said that big exchanges would be quick to notice a breakout coin from the Shibarium environment if it were to gain popularity. He used the example of Solana, which had a sharp increase in value with the rise of meme currencies like Dogwoof and Bonk. According to Kusama, the team is already making great strides in fortifying the Shiba Inu ecosystem, including the introduction of liquid staking on Shibarium and the development of a decentralized autonomous organization. Actions that are constructive and demonstrate their commitment to expanding the platform and drawing interest from the major players in the cryptocurrency market. Shiba Inu may flourish once again in this way, just as it did in the past. Returning to our discussion a few minutes earlier, however, we discussed the smaller traders and their surge in activity. Here is a breakdown. There is an obvious chance for strong gains when lesser financiers join the whales in anticipating that the price of Shiba Inu will double, as some anticipate. Shiba Inu tokens, for instance, might increase in value from roughly $260 to $510 for holders of 10 million, from about $1,300 to over $2,500 for those holding 50 million, and from $2,630 to over $5,000 for those holding 100 million. If the Shiba Inu team succeeds in its goals of promoting adoption and expanding the ecosystem, the company's market capitalization might reach $30 billion, which is quite likely. All investors may experience significant returns if Shiba Inu keeps growing and gaining popularity. But how do you feel about this? Post a comment below. The day is over now. Remember to give it a big thumbs up to see our most recent material, share it, and subscribe to the channel.